Reinventing the way kids at LA schools get their food, the program that has students growing their own healthy fruits and veggies on campus. And coming to an airport near you, the TSA is rolling out new security screening options. We have a sneak peek. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. President Biden will deliver his State of the Union address Thursday night. The stakes are very high for this speech. The president has two goals: lay out the plan for the rest of his term and prove he's ready for another one. President Biden is expected to talk about his economic achievements and safeguarding women's reproductive health. Senator Katie Britt from Alabama is set to deliver the Republican response. A new street safety measure passed by LA voters is set to go into effect next month. Measure HLA requires city leaders to actually follow through on its plans established back in 2015, aimed at making streets more bike, pedestrian, and bus friendly. Well, now every time agencies pave 1/8 of a mile or more, they're required to put a piece of that plan into action.
I think at some point in time, Los Angeles was a city of neighborhoods. And that has decreased as we become more of a car culture. And maybe if we have this in place, we will become more of a city of neighborhoods.
The measure requires city leaders to track their progress on the mobility plan. If they don't comply, residents can sue. In Huntington Beach, voters approved a measure limiting which flags can fly from city buildings, meaning pride flags, breast cancer awareness flags, and religious flags can no longer be displayed on city property. The ban aims to make sure only flags that represent everyone are used, but some argue it actually takes aim at specific groups. The city council still can vote unanimously to fly a non-governmental flag. The mayor says she'd take it on a case-by-case basis, but says she feels the voters made their will about flying a non-governmental flag clear. The LA City Council is expected to sign off on a new plan to tackle homeless encampments near the city's freeways and their on and off ramps. It's thanks to a partnership between the city and the state. The agreement will allow LA Public Works crews onto Caltrans properties in order to remove trash and debris. LA Mayor Karen Bass says it's an important strategy to help make sure those public spaces are clean and safe after unhoused people are moved into shelters. The state would reimburse Los Angeles for the costs associated with these new cleanup efforts. The armorer on the set of the movie Rust has been found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. A jury found Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was responsible for her role in the deadly shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins back in October of 2021. In the nearly 2-week criminal trial, the defense argued Gutierrez-Reed was juggling 2 jobs as an armorer and props assistant and was not given enough time to make sure safety protocols were met. Prosecutors argue she was negligent, careless, and thoughtless. Witnesses describe a reckless environment on set with weapons and ammunition left unattended.
Never did the safety checks. Never checked the rounds to pull them out, to look at them, shake them. I mean, if you'd have done that, this wouldn't have happened.
Hutchinson's family's attorney said in a statement they are satisfied with the verdict and look forward to making sure everyone else responsible for her death faces legal consequences. Gutierrez-Reed's attorneys plan to appeal the verdict. Ultimately, actor Alec Baldwin fired the gun, killing Hutchins. It's now his turn for trial. LA schools are working to make sure lunches for students are not only free, but also healthy. LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho is highlighting the district's Farm to School initiative as we celebrate National Nutrition Month. The idea is to make sure all students have access to fresh produce, and in many cases, that means growing it on campus. An event took place at Sylmar Charter High School Wednesday, where students led garden tours and also took part in culinary demonstrations.
This farm to school concept is paying dividends for our kids, particularly considering that over 80% of the children who attend Los Angeles Unified live in poverty.
Carvalho says making sure that every child has access to fresh produce creates food equity among students. A sign that spring is just around the corner. Oh, look at this beautiful Descanso Gardens giving us a look at the tulips that have started blooming along the promenade. The botanical garden located in La Cañada Flint Ridge planted 30,000 bulbs back in January. They say peak bloom could still be a few weeks away, but it completely depends on the weather. Are we done with the rain yet? It's an important question. Let's check in with someone who has the answer, meteorologist Belen De Leon.
The rain and snow has wrapped up, and now we're headed for drier weather into the weekend. But we do have an advisory in effect at the coast. This is where we're going to have high surf for Ventura and LA County through Friday morning. Sets reaching heights up to about 11 feet. Dangerous swimming conditions. Stay out of the water. The other reason to stay out of the water is because of the rain. The runoff goes into the ocean and the water quality is not good. Now the weather as we head into the weekend is going to dry out and the temperatures are going to warm up. Look at the trend for Riverside. We're going from 60s on Thursday to 71 on Friday. Saturday looking nice as well. A little cooler from Sunday through Tuesday. Then we're back into the 70s on Wednesday. Enjoy those 70-degree days and the dry weather while it lasts.
A three-time SoCal gold medalist is gearing up for the Summer Games in Paris while her husband fights lung cancer. Maddie Musman's husband, Pat, received the shocking diagnosis when he checked on a nagging cough. Pat says he won't let his wife give up playing water polo. He enrolled in a clinical trial that involves chemotherapy and medication. Musman says her teammates help her navigate through this new journey.
I had to sit down in front of the team and kind of explain everything, and you kind of go through obviously sadness, but also so much support and love from them.
I've never been to an Olympics. It's my only goal right now, to make it to Paris and to watch her play.
Musman says she trains when she can while being with her husband when she needs to be. We're sending them lots of positive energy. All right, a warning from federal health officials. They say some cinnamon products sold at discount retailers is contaminated with high levels of lead. The FDA posted these photos of the products. If you have them, you should get rid of them. They say the level of lead in these could be unsafe for people, particularly children. Dollar Tree and Family Dollar sold one of these products called Supreme Tradition. A spokesperson says it's been removed from their stores. Changes could be coming to an airport near you. The TSA is rolling out self-service screening options just in time for spring break. NBC's Tom Costello has more.
It's been 23 years since TSA was stood up. Today, screening 2.5 million people every day at 440 airports nationwide. Every carry-on, every suitcase, every passenger screened and cleared. But now the TSA is testing what could be a faster checkpoint of the future.
It was great, quick, no hassle.
A self-checkpoint. Much like self-grocery checkouts, almost the entire screening process is self-guided. More automated, allowing TSA officers to keep eyes on security. What did you think?
I liked it. I think it's a lot easier.
But it's not gone without hiccups. Gloria from New York was rushing to catch a flight.
It took me 4 or 5 tries to get through.
What was the hang-up?
Supposedly my watch, my hair clip, and my jacket.
Starting today, a 6-month trial run in Las Vegas, reserved for pre-check flyers only who know the routine. Some of this will be familiar to regular travelers. Come up to the checkpoint, take your carry-on, put it in the bin. If you've got any questions, simply ask the TSA officer on demand.
Hi there, how may I help you today?
TSA officers will dial in remotely.
Place everything in the bin. Yes, and when you're all done, go ahead and slide your items forward.
Slide your bin onto the rollers, then walk right into the full body scanner. And this is what's new. You come in and you put your arms down to the side, and it's going to look for anything that shouldn't be there. And it's telling me I got to come back out. I have a microphone, of course, that it's detected. I've got the transmitter on my belt, and something a lot of people forget, my cell phone. Bags that require rescreening cycle back automatically. After testing the checkpoint, the TSA will decide whether any of it can be rolled out nationally. Are you expecting too much of passengers to expect that they can do this on their own?
We don't know. We've never tried this before. This is something that is a first here.
TSA Chief David Pekoski. Don't expect this to be widely rolled out at every airport and every checkpoint.
No, I don't think so. Part of what we're trying to do here is to figure out, hey, what works, what facilitates movement of people, while at the same time making sure that we can provide the security we provide.
Our future is getting fast, and we have to be fast.
Whether the self-checkout is faster.
Somebody's got to be the guinea pig, right?
Might require working out the kinks. Would you recommend this?
No, probably not.
The best in Hollywood will be channeling their red carpet best this weekend for the 96 Academy Awards. But after the red carpet and awards, a full spread of food and drinks awaits them. So here's a sneak peek at the spread for the Governor's Ball. My goodness, this food looks so good. Wolfgang Puck's Catering is preparing for 1,500 guests, including the famous 24-karat gold-dusted chocolate Oscars.
And it's okay to eat the gold powder?
Absolutely. It's great. It's so good, and the chocolate, you know, the representation is perfect for the Oscar.
Acclaimed mixologist Charles Joly will be creating his iconic It's Showtime cocktails featuring tequila Don Julio Blanco, a pineapple mixture, agave nectar, and fresh lemon juice. Sounds delicious. Everyone can be a winner on Oscars night, no matter who takes home the statue. Shake Shack is launching a unique promotion, so everyone who spends $10 or more will get a free meal. But the meal itself depends on how long the award show lasts. So if it goes over 3 hours and 31 minutes, Chicken Shack is free. But if it goes under, the Smoke Shack is free. The offer is good March 11th to the 18th. I'll take one of each. How about that? You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.